Remember when you thought it was tough to take out Minecraft mobs like zombies and creepers? Well, they are nothing compared to the most powerful mobs in the game. These following mobs can create huge amounts of damage, have special powers, and are some of the toughest battles you'll encounter in Minecraft. Before you watch, mind the subscribe button. You'll join our notification squad and be the first to know of new content. Illusioner. You know a mob in Minecraft is powerful when the game developers don't include it as a randomly spawned character in the original game. The Minecraft Illusioner is included in the game's code, but it has to be summoned by the player and will not show up in any village or in any mode on its own. The Illusioner is a variation of a villager and has its own special powers that make it unique and tough to battle. When engaged in combat with a player, the Illusioner has the ability to cast a spell of blindness. This spell allows the Illusioner to attack or get away when provoked. The magical mob also has another magic trick up its sleeve with a special summoning power. When the mob lifts its arms up into the air, it can create multiple duplicates of itself, along with having the ability to be invisible. This makes it hard for players to figure out where the actual Illusioner is. The effect lasts for several seconds, allowing the Illusioner to plan his next attack. Along with these mystical powers, the Illusioner is proficient with a bow and arrow, adding even more ways to battle in the game. Blazes. One of the more dangerous places a player can enter in Minecraft is the Nether. The underworld location is filled with all kinds of dangers, including a powerful mob known as the Blaze. Blazes are huge fire monsters that are surrounded by fire rods and can fly through the Netherworld. They are a pretty aggressive mob, attacking anyone that comes within 48 blocks of their area. They initially stay low to the ground and typically only use their flying skills when in attack mode. Taking inspiration from Doom and Bowser, the Blaze characters can shoot large fireballs at players. Not only does the initial fireball hit cause damage, but a player will be set on fire for at least 5 seconds, inflicting even more pain. Fireballs are typically shot in sets of 3, making them even harder to dodge. A single blaze may not be the toughest enemy to defeat, but it only gets harder when the mob calls friends over. If an attack starts, a blaze has the ability to summon other blazes in the area. This can create a handicap battle with fireballs being shot at you from all sides. Within moments, you may find your character is burnt to a crisp. Iron Golem. Not every mob in Minecraft is out to get players. One of the most powerful mobs in the game is actually a true hero and protector of the villagers. This character is known as the Iron Golem. The powerful creatures love to aimlessly travel around villages, acting like a 24/7 bouncer out to protect everyone that's around them. An Iron Golem is typically summoned to protect 10 villagers in a specific area. That means if you have 100 villagers, then you will have 10 Iron Golems to protect them all. The massive creatures are spawned in a world using 4 blocks of iron placed in a T-shape and a pumpkin added for the head. Once they come to life, the Iron Golem has 100 health points, allowing it to last a long time in battles. The main source of attack comes from the long arms that hang down the sides. The massive arms can swing to inflict damage. They are programmed to attack hostile mobs like witches, wither skeletons, endermen, and vindicators. The giants will also retaliate if players decide to attack villagers. During an ender dragon battle, the Iron Golem will even attempt to attack the dragon, even though it won't typically make contact. Elder Guardian. Many people have a fear of the ocean because of sharks, jellyfish, crabs, and electric eels. Well, those are nothing compared to Minecraft's evil sea creature known as the Elder Guardian. If Elder Guardians existed in real life, beach tourism would go down a few notches. The underwater creature is one of the creepiest and most powerful in the game. The creepy part comes in the way that it stares. An Elder Guardian's eyes will follow a player around as it travels underwater, typically stays in a single location until it's ready to attack. The Elder Guardians take a while to defeat because they have 80 health points, defense mechanisms, and some crazy attacks. One of their most powerful attacks is the ability to shoot lasers at nearby enemies. The powerful laser blast is hard to avoid and can be shot every few seconds as the fish recharges. The Elder Guardian also has the ability to inflict mining fatigue on a player. When this happens, their ability to attack slows down dramatically and creates a lot of problems for players looking to get away from the mob. Wither. When Minecraft was first released, one of the main bosses that players could battle against was the Ender Dragon. Looking to add more of a challenge, the creators of the game decided to build another boss by the name of Wither. Don't worry though, if you don't want to battle the Wither, you don't have to. The mob boss can only be spawned by players that build it. Once the Wither is built, players can witness all of its power immediately. The Wither causes an explosion as it grows in size, and the undead creature becomes even more powerful. The Wither is essentially a three-headed monster that is created using Wither skeleton heads. With 300 health points, it can be a lengthy battle to try and destroy this mob. It will instantly attack anyone within its nearby vicinity, unleashing violent attacks. All three of the Wither heads can shoot out Wither skeleton skulls towards players. This creates a lot of obstacles for players to dodge as they try to battle the Wither. Once the Wither is weakened, it only seems to get more powerful as it gains armor and cannot be damaged by any type of arrow. The Wither can also regenerate life very quickly, so it's important to kill them as fast as possible. Evokers. In the regular version of Minecraft, one of the scariest places that you can visit is the Woodland Mansion. Not only are these isolated mansions in the middle of nowhere, they include some of the most powerful mobs in Minecraft. Evokers are one of the Illager mobs, and they come with a lot of powers that are used to attack any players or even Iron Golems within range. The Evoker only has 24 health points. Players have to be able to reach them before they can get anywhere. One of the Evoker's main powers is the ability to summon a fang attack. When this attack occurs, a random collection of fangs pop out of the ground and start snapping their jaws. It's hard to get past these jaws without inflicting a lot of damage. They will either appear in a defensive mode around the Evoker or create an offensive attack by scattering around. The Evokers can also summon a mob known as a Vex. These flying zombie creatures come in packs of 3 or 4 and will swoop down to attack players. These two powers, Evokers can take over a whole area and are very protective over their woodland mansion. Vex. Evokers are challenging enough on their own to defeat a mob, but things get much tougher when a Vex is involved. The Vex mob can only be summoned by Evokers, but the thing that makes them so powerful is that they spawn in groups. The Vex are essentially flying devils with wings and a sword. Not only will multiple Vexes swoop down at you at once, but they can go through all types of walls and materials. This means that there's no hiding from the mob when an Evoker sends them on the attack. They are scary enough on their own, but when they go to attack, it becomes much worse. The Vex starts glowing red, increasing the intensity of the battle that you are engaged in. Each Vex features 14 health points, and the sword that they wield cannot be knocked out of their hand. They can easily fly through water and are able to hatch through a spawn egg if you want to battle them without an Evoker around. In 2016, the Vex attacks were also increased, allowing them to cause more damage to players. They can now be found in every version of Minecraft and are something to look out for while playing. Wither Skeleton. There's facing off against creepers and zombies, and then there's a whole other level when you come across a Wither Skeleton. The black creatures wield a sword and are ready to attack any time that players come near. Not only are these skeleton a very aggressive mob to go up against, they will run at you instead of just walking. This makes it even harder to dodge their attacks, which can cause a lot of damage. The Wither Skeleton will naturally spawn in a Nether fortress, usually with 3 or 4 other Wither Skeletons to go along with it. Each Wither Skeleton has 20 health points, which adds up to a lot when they travel in large groups together. The creatures also must enjoy Halloween, because if you play on or around the holiday, then the mobs may spawn with either a pumpkin head or a jack-o'-lantern head. After killing them, you can collect the head for your inventory. Not only can they battle with a sword, the Wither Skeleton can pick up dropped weapons or armor to make themselves even more powerful. They can hold one weapon in each hand, giving them more options for attacks. Enderman. When dealing with a lot of the hostile mobs, it can be pretty easy to predict when they are going to attack so you can defend yourself. It's completely different when it comes to the creepy entity known as the Enderman. The all-black creatures have bright white eyes that you are instantly drawn to as they float around the world. The mob itself will not attack a player unless it is provoked. This can be done in one of 2 ways. The first is by physically attacking it, and the other is by looking directly at their head. Once an Enderman starts an attack, you're in trouble. With 40 health points, the creatures can last a while when under attack, and they have the ability to teleport. No more when you try to run and hide, the Enderman can appear there, haunting you all along the way. The attacks continue, and one of their only weaknesses is water. Oddly, when Endermen are not in a fight, they also have the ability to lift and move blocks in the Minecraft world. They can move any type of block and then place it down in a random location. It's best just to avoid the Endermen and let them go on their merry way. The Ender Dragon. One of the most powerful mobs in Minecraft is also the OG boss in the game. No matter how many new mobs are added in Minecraft, nothing is more powerful than the Ender Dragon. The giant beast is only reached when players reach a place called the End. As soon as they enter, the giant battle begins. The Ender Dragon is not much different than other dragons from gaming. It can fly, whip its tail, and breathe fire. The massive fireballs can inflict a ton of damage on a player, and the Ender Dragon has 200 health points to keep itself flying strong. The dragon will typically fly around in circles, but it also has other attacks to try and weaken players. This includes a diving attack that can damage a player when hit. Along with the fireballs, the dragon can also use a breath attack that emits purple clouds and deadly smoke. The wings are also a weapon that will injure a player or any mob that interferes with it. No matter how many times you battle an Ender Dragon, it never gets old taking on the huge creature. The dragon will probably always remain the toughest boss in Minecraft and the ultimate challenge for any player in the game. Wow, there you have it. What mob do you think is the most powerful? What ones do you think they should add to the game? Is there any that we missed? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to The Gamer on YouTube so you can stay up to date with our awesome videos. Thanks for watching.